EPA and WA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for July 25th, 2025. The Friday video forecast is proudly sponsored by McCall Collective Brewing. McCall is a family-owned and operated brewery with 2 locations in the Lehigh Valley. Their original Southside Allentown location is at 102 East Susquehanna Street, and their second location, McCall Collective Tap House in Trexlertown, is located at 7743 Hamilton Boulevard. Both locations are open 7 days a week and have a full food menu, plenty of beer to choose from for both dine-in or takeout, along with local wine and cocktails. July food specials are ongoing at both Susquehanna and Tap House, unique to each location that you'll want to check out. Also, they have a new member of the Hitting Dingers lineup, which is the lemon version of it. I had the opportunity to taste that, and that is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So my wife got me on a kick of putting lemon in water, so I'm like, I love lemon. I don't know. So if you're a lemon fan, that's something to check out. It's fantastic. Goes down very smooth. For more information on that and all of their upcoming events, please visit their Facebook page, or to place online orders, visit their website, mccallcollectivebrewing.com. Proud sponsors of the Friday video forecast. So we have a very hot and humid day today. Ridiculous humidity that has prompted excessive heat warnings across the I-95 corridor and heat advisories elsewhere. It's ahead of this cold front. So this cold front is the best forcing. This is going to be all the way up here in New England, but there is this lazy front kind of sitting out here like this. This is going to be moving southward and along a prefrontal trough initially this afternoon. There could get some convection going as this is pressing off to the south. The cold front itself will come through overnight and set up south of the area. But you will have some scattered showers and thunderstorms with this. Now, I don't think this is going to be a widespread deal like we talked about yesterday, but we'll get into the severe aspect of this in a second. First, here's the temperatures, and you got widespread 90s across the region here in this the grayish color here. When you're in the I-95 corridor, you got a couple temperatures, high temperatures getting in the 96, 97 threshold. So you're looking at the temperature spread above 90 to 97 across the region. The only exception to that would be the mountains. Might stay in the mid to upper 80s, but those are up in pretty high elevation to see that. The rest of the area, you're solidly the 90s today. And the dew points are ridiculous. Mid 70s across much of the region, even some upper 70s in a few spots as we get through this morning, and as we move through the afternoon. It's not really getting much better, just generally hanging around the mid 70s all day. So that is impressive humidity to go along with those very hot temperatures, and that's what's prompted the excessive heat warnings and the I-95 corridor and heat advisories elsewhere. So let's get over the damn high-res future simulated radar. And I think the timing of this is generally going to be a 2 to 8 window for any activity. Now, yesterday I drew a line to where I thought that was going to be where the best chances for the storms are going to be, and I still think that's going to be the case. Okay, so these kind of go over northeast PA. They start developing over northeast PA, so not at full potential yet. Once you get down right about here, northern New Jersey, Lehigh Valley, southeast PA, in this area right in here, there is a higher potential because the storms could have matured by then. And then you can take advantage of that heat and instability. Once they get southeast of there, though, they'll start falling apart because you're losing daytime heating. We'll also have some temperature inversions to work that it's working against it. But even these areas that I have circled are not a slam dunk because it's there is the mid-level lapse rates aren't that great. Low-level lapse rates are great, but there are some mitigating factors here. So it's not a slam dunk for severe in those areas, but I really think your severe limits are going to be over here in these areas, where this just moves down here like this, just like I drew yesterday when I drew that line. But there will be some scattered thunderstorms that do make it into maybe Harrisburg, Lancaster, Reading also, and then moving southeast. But this is going to be early in the evening. This is that 6 to 8 window here where you have this moving through places like Reading, Pottstown, Lancaster. This is looking at 8 o'clock right there when that would move through. But again, the heavier storms will go through like maybe Lehigh Valley, far eastern parts of southeastern PA. When you get over like Bucks County, maybe even Montgomery County there. But central New Jersey would be under the gun for that as well. And so the Storm Prediction Center does have this area highlighted, and that's the same areas I just pretty much circled in a slight risk, and the marginal risk is areas around there for severe. So not a slam dunk thing here today, but there is the opportunity for some severe storms, and the primary mode here would be damaging wind gusts and very heavy rainfall, 1, 2, and then we'd also have frequent lightning with these because the instability is very high. And which makes sense because you have very high temperatures and high dew points. So frequent lightning would be occurring with these storms, very heavy rainfall. The good thing about these is they are moving rather uniformly. So they're not going to be, excuse me, they're not going to be like just ponding over the same areas or training over the same areas one after another. It should be pretty much a singular line coming through, a broken line, but singular coming through. And once that moves through, things improve. When we go back to partly cloudy skies in the wake of that, that'll be overnight. So this will finally clear the coast as we get around midnight tonight. And then after that point, I think Saturday is going to be a dry day, and the reason here's Saturday, that's because the front is going to look really goofy here, but it's going to be looking like this, kind of like that. So we're going to actually have a weak high pressure sitting up here also. So they're going to be, we should have enough of an influence here on Saturday during the day to keep things dry. That was our forecast yesterday. I think that's still going to be maintaining today with a dry forecast for Saturday. Now, when we get in the overnight, there will be some showers working toward the region after midnight, I think, or late evening or after midnight from west to east, and that's going to continue into Sunday. We'll have some scattered showers going into Sunday morning, and then in the afternoon, we have the opportunity for some scattered thunderstorms, okay? So here's what the NAM 3-kilometer has for Saturday overnight. Okay, so this is looking just, this is midnight right here. That's midnight. So it's just moving into our western areas at that point, and then it makes its way eastward. It could be some thunderstorms with that, and the reason it's doing that is because when we get to Sunday, that same front that was off to our west, remember I was showing you this on Saturday, it was looking something like that. This is now moving this way, moving northeastward as a warm front, and that's going to come through here on Sunday. So that is where that is coming from on Sunday. But here's the this is what the longer range NAM shows. Again, late overnight, you have the opportunity for some showers to work into the region. It should be mostly just showers. Can't rule out some embedded thunder overnight too, but it should be sub-severe, no severe weather we're dealing with. Showers will continue into Sunday morning. You might get a little bit of a break before you get in the afternoon, and then you have some scattered thunderstorms moving through during the afternoon as that front completely moves through. The good news is, once you get past this, we're back to dry conditions here on Monday. We're still going to remain hot early next week, though. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all going to be hot days. And we have, it won't be until Thursday until we start seeing some relief. So, again, I posted about that on social media, my Twitter channel, and they also posted it on the Facebook page, just copied my tweet and put it on Facebook, basically. About the week between July 31st and August 6th. You're going to see temperatures there in the upper 70s to low 80s across the region pretty much every single day. Some lower humidity to contend with. Once we get to Tuesday, there is the opportunity for this is going to bring the first cold front through, and it could be an isolated thunderstorm in the afternoon here on Tuesday as this moves through, but it's still going to be quite hot. But the cooler air push doesn't come in. It comes in past Wednesday. Wednesday is still going to be a hot day across the region. Once we get to Thursday, we'll have another front move through. This is the one that's escorting the cold air in. This could be late Wednesday night or early Thursday morning. We have some showers here with that frontal boundary. Once that moves through, then we're going to get into a deep trough that's going to last for about a week or so. So we do have relief on the way. If you're not a fan of the hot and humid conditions, at least to this level, we don't have any of that coming in that week between the 31st of July and August 6th. I will reflect that in today's long-range outlook, and then we'll look beyond that and see where we get, if you are a summer fan, of when that's coming back, because it is coming back. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martich. That is your outlook for July 25th, 2025. Have a great Friday.